A lavish billion-dollar palace on Russia's Black Sea houses unimaginable opulence. Yet Vladimir Putin claims it does not even exist. This stately mansion, bursting with sprawling gardens, golden chambers, and even underground tunnels, has become the secret sin of Russia's powerful president. What sparkling treasures and corrupt secrets lie locked within its heavily guarded gates? Why has Putin unleashed vicious attacks against those daring to expose its extravagance to struggling Russians? From the marble floors masking subterranean bunkers below to the elaborate theater hosting scandalous parties upstairs, this mysterious seaside estate could reveal the dark truth about Putin's empire built on lies, bribery, and a thirst for totalitarian rule. The secrets inside this pleasure palace now threaten to drown Putin's iron grip on Russia forever. The Italian-inspired palace rises majestically over the remote stretch of Russia's Black Sea coast, its columned facade and 92,000 square feet of luxury conveying old-world elegance and grandeur. Situated on 40 acres of private land, the palace grounds sprawl with lavish pools, 17th-century fountains, and coarse pavilions dotted across the seaside landscape. This enormous aristocratic retreat combines ornate Italian architecture with the seclusion of coastal Russia, creating a one-of-a-kind escape that embodies immense wealth and privilege. The palace's grand interior and manicured gardens speak to the tastes of royalty, with every detail crafted for luxury and beauty. One can imagine strolling the seaside palazzo and being transported to another world of wealth far from the stresses of daily life. This remote Russian palace on the Black Sea epitomizes over-the-top aristocratic luxury, with decadent features like a mile-long private beach, mineral spa, and exquisite hookah lounge under a Swarovski crystal ceiling. Every lavish detail crafted for exclusivity. The neoclassical grandeur carries an estimated price tag over $1.35 billion, yet surprisingly, no tourist sites or signs mark the way to this mansion shrouded in secrecy and seclusion. Behind elaborate golden gates barring all entry, the exclusive estate remains hidden. One can imagine strolling its graduating terrace overlooking the sea, marble grandeur rivaling the Taj Mahal, fountains flowing, a serene seaside paradise. But no uninvited guest will step foot on the remote palace grounds guarded by elite security forces. Only the owner and their inner circle have the privilege to enjoy this, the pinnacle of decadent living, where old-world European extravagance meets the tranquility of the Russian coastline. This is a lush, personal paradise tailored exclusively for life at the top, the likes of which few will ever experience firsthand. Its isolation and protection conceal a luxurious haven built with no expense spared, solely for an incredibly wealthy owner wishing to retreat in privacy and comfort on the sea. The Black Sea Palace remains obscured behind gates demanding no visitors disturb its tranquil extravagance. So what is this statue-lined estate with its Versailles-style gardens? Who is hiding inside its stripper-equipped underground nightclub? And how has this shadowy seaside palace sparked a public uprising that threatens to topple Vladimir Putin himself? For years, rumors have swirled throughout Moscow about an opulent mansion being built on Russia's Black Sea under direct orders from Putin. But the speculations remained locked behind the closed doors of Russian high society until one man found a way to sneak inside. In 2010, businessman Sergei Kolesnikov boldly exposed in an open letter that Vladimir Putin was personally overseeing construction of an extravagant billion-dollar estate on the Black Sea meant solely for Putin's private use and surreptitiously funded by oligarchs currying favor. Kolesnikov's inside knowledge came from his company's involvement building Putin's decadent personal sanctuary. Despite imprisonment for his whistleblowing, Kolesnikov bravely revealed Putin's deception about the lavish seaside palace. When photos leaked confirming the estate's grandeur, opposition leader Alexei Navalny began investigating its direct ties to Putin, seeking to prove the president's personal connection to the ornate mansion known as Putin's secret billion-dollar compound. An enraged Putin had whistleblower Kolesnikov jailed for daring to reveal the Black Sea Palace Putin tried desperately to conceal from the people, despite its being built for his private enjoyment with over $1 billion from oligarchs hoping to please him. Through corporate registries, Navalny uncovered how the land was paid for by phantom owners tied directly to major Russian banks known to handle Putin's accounts. He exposed forged paperwork that erased Putin's childhood friend, Sergei Roldugin, as an owner from public records. And he discovered contracts detailing CCTV systems and luxury fit-outs all designed for Slava's cottage, a nickname used by builders that Navalny believes refers to Vladislav Surkov, a close advisor of Putin's running his personal affairs. Tracing the paper trail of shell companies, Navalny revealed nearly $1.3 billion worth of expansions, renovations, and lavish additions to the already palatial mansion. Everything leads back to Putin himself, from an underground hockey arena and the exotic trees imported at the president's request, to plans for a tunnel from the palace to the shore that Putin demanded, against the advice of his own architects. Putin's enormous secret Black Sea palace, revealed by Navalny, sparked mass outrage, not fascination. This breathtaking mansion built for Putin's private enjoyment has fortified bunkers and secret evacuation routes installed for his personal safety. The lavish billion-dollar seaside palace, with amenities like a private mile-long beach, crystallizes Putin's flaunting of unchecked power and wealth. It serves purely as a monument to the leader's tyrannical rule, privilege, and glittering riches, starkly contrasted against struggling families with bare cupboards across Russia. The decadent palace highlights the rotten inequality of Putin's regime, stealing from the populace to fund one man's personal paradise outfitted with escape tunnels and bunkers. Ordinary struggling Russians facing poverty are disgusted by revelations of Putin's lavish wealth, including his billion-dollar mansion with amenities like crystal pools, private theaters, a wine cave, casino, and helicopter pads, all funded corruptly as the populace suffers. Images of Putin's opulence contrast shockingly with regular citizens barely affording even sugar. Widespread protests have exploded, fueled by the stark inequality between Putin's glittering riches and the bare cupboards of families barely scraping by. Demonstrators are demanding fairness and an end to the regime's empty promises, while elites concentrate lavish wealth. At the heart of this citizen uprising is resentment over Putin's coastal pleasure palace, corruptly built for his private enjoyment, while many Russians endure abject poverty. Navalny's exposé cracks Putin's public image, confirming rumors of his secret extreme wealth and privilege, highlights the rotten core of a regime stealing from its people to fund one man's personal paradise. Putin's billion-dollar seaside sin, crystallizing the inequality and corruption of his rule, has become a powerful symbol for Russians raging against a system that enriched the leader with palaces while leaving them destitute. What happens now as protests mount, as truth leaks keep flowing from a compound enmeshed in lies? Through cunning, graft, and secrecy, Putin believed this mansion would enshrine his greatness for all time, its security ensuring his privacy as supreme ruler. Yet ironically, the president's own obsession with this decadent seaside estate may write the final chapter in his powerful political legacy instead. Tunnels meant as an ornate avenue for a dictator's escape may become the very path guiding Putin's downfall. Checkmate. So as demonstrators shake the streets while a dissident rots in prison, as clues point to corruption, as Putin remains locked away in the Kremlin refusing to acknowledge his scandalous seaside sin, one question hangs heavily over all of Russia. What happens if more damning secrets emerge from inside this billion-dollar palace by the sea?